Well, firstly, thank you to the organisers for putting us on at the very last minute. I was actually invited here to give a speech. However, they've managed to fit us into an ICO pitch. So we're not really a startup per se. We've been existing for 2 years. We specialised in crowdfunding for film and TV. And our model really solved the biggest problem with crowdfunding, which was marketing. And the way that we solved it was by utilizing a time-tested technique, something that we probably do every day without thinking about, which is word-of-mouth recommendation. So we built in an affiliate model into our crowdfunding platform, and we've partnered with the likes of the British Film Institute, Red Rock Entertainment, Screen Arts Institute. We've got over 14,000 film and TV industry professionals in our directory. And quite rightly, just as my previous presenter put forward, some of the challenges with those projects going onto screen and getting into the cinemas is down to licensing. So it's, the complex contracts that revolve around licensing those deals means that the buyers don't really look at you unless you're a big player. So our solution, very similar to the last solution that you saw there, we have developed our own protocol, which is blockchain agnostic. I think where we slightly differ is that we've come in from a consumer-driven side, and we're launching with our own online channel. We've recently partnered with a large media company. They've come in with $10 million and an entire network as well, global network. They also have links into all of the major broadcasters and have a patented solution that allows them and only them to broadcast in a particular streaming format. We have also streamlined our funding process, so we're not just looking at the distribution side, we're also looking at funding. So funding right now for film and television is very fragmented. In the UK, for example, you have tax credits, you also have private investors, you have the British Film Institute who put funds in, and that model is replicated in various different fashions throughout the world. So in the US, you typically have some tax credits, maybe if you're in New York, but typically it comes from high net worth individuals. We're looking at simplifying that funding model so that you as a backer of a project get to realize the value when it goes through to distribution, whether that be in the box office or into TV. So we're really proud today to announce a partnership with Infinity Economics. The guys there have created a specialized blockchain, and we're sliding that into our solution to enable not only funding from the crowd and from institutions and also from governmental bodies, but also to provide a bridging loan, which is much needed in the film world, whereabouts you'll get to the end of a production and you'll need some additional funds to finish off the production before you can sign the distribution deal. So the Infinity Economics have come in and are going to be providing an external solution for us that we can slide into our platform. That's us in a nutshell. We are in the ICO at the moment. We took the decision. There was a chap earlier who was describing his tokenomics, and he said, he was describing it in Ether and the Ether volatility price. So we've actively taken the decision, together with our partners, to adjust our token price, and we're going to be setting it down to where we believe it should be at the end of the market. And I think this is we're setting a standard here for how tokenomics should be looked at. Because the market is changing so rapidly, we need a new approach into how we approach and drive our tokenomics. Tokenomics isn't just about raising money. It's about growing an entire ecosystem. It's the financial model for an entire industry. So we take it very seriously how we think about our tokenomics and how our token works. So we're going to be introducing a $20 million cap, and we're going to be lowering our token price to 20 cents. So that means for the investor now, we have some really great potential in the secondary markets to really realize its true value. So I'll open it up for questions. I'm sorry I don't have any slides to go through. I hope that gave a brief summary of where we are.
And it gives you more time for the questions. All right, so thank you. Thank you, first of all. And now let's continue with questions. Don't leave the microphone.
Okay, you need it?
No, you need it to answer the questions.
Oh, right. Is there a question?
All right, so any questions?
Oh.
So first of all, thanks for the explanation. I'm happy that I have my iPad here, so I had a chance to see your webpage and learn a little bit more what you're doing. What is your differentiation to Welt der Wunder, for example, beside being more on the customer side?
So we've created a proprietary protocol that's blockchain agnostic. I come from a technology background, although I've been in film and tech, film and television for the last 5 years. I recognize that in order to be successful, you not only need to know the industry, but you need to know the technology. And the technology we're at right now, Generation 1, is already outdated. Mining and the way that the nodes work, we all know that Generation 3 and 4, hash graph and so on, will be replacing those blockchains. So we created a protocol that was agnostic and is specific to the industry. It also covers formats, which is probably something you don't know much about, but the formats industry itself is coming up with the idea of a show. So how do you protect that idea of a show? At the moment, it's very fragmented between each country. So we've, together with our partners from FRAPA, have developed, and FRAPA is a worldwide global recognized organization who've already gone to all of these countries and gathered the necessary assets required to pursue laws and pursue lawsuits to protect formats. We've embedded that protocol within our protocol. So I think it's really down to the IP, the proprietary IP, and that sets us apart. I think also we have a really great technology stack. So I've seen some slides here with people building on IPFS. We found that to be completely non-scalable, especially with video. So we've partnered with ZeroChain to develop, to turn our liabilities in video costs, which was currently with Azure hosting and media services, into an asset. So by buying their coin and developing a custom protocol for video storage, we're also going to be turning our liability into an asset.
Thank you. Thank you for the answer. Any other questions? All right. So thank you so much for the presentation. Thank you.
Thanks.